Christmas. And for the past so many years, we haven't celebrated Christmas. So this year we're celebrating, so we're excited. I mean, from the setting of our house, you can still see that we've not put up our decorations yet. We just finally finished shopping for our decorations yesterday. So we're going to start decorating soon. And I am so excited about it. Are you excited about Christmas?
I'm glad that Jesus Christ came. How are you, honestly?
I'm okay. I'm fine. I have a night shift today, so that's why we're recording earlier today. And then I have to go to work. Ozzy has to go to work before me, obviously, because Ozzy goes to work at 4 and then I go to work at 6. So I'm
Nice.
good. I'm good.
Well, I don't know if why are we telling them our work schedule?
What's the big deal?
Are we friends like that?
How are you, Ozzy Momo? Yeah, just a snob. How are you?
That's not how snobs do it.
How are you?
I don't know. I feel a bit poorly. My stomach,
that's true.
But we give God all the glory.
We give God all the glory. God. Who is God?
So there's a video that we were watching. I'm sad we cannot post it because we didn't really feel the video. But there's one part of the video that, for the sake of this, I'm going to put just for you, just to watch. You know the video I'm talking about?
No, there's so many. I mean, us living in Cyprus for so many years, there's a point my English started doing like this. Because I got, so like, see, sorry to my English was doing like this. Then I lost all my words.
Anyway, you said you had icebreakers for us.
Not deal breakers this time, guys. Icebreakers. Anyway, so in 3 words, describe yourself. 3 words. I know say 3 sentences. So words.
Passionate.
Okay.
Creative.
Okay.
Friendly.
Okay. I can see that in some ways. So for me, goofy, definitely. Driven, shy. That's the part that are you sure you're shy? Are you sure? Yes, I'm using H factor.
I remember one of my friends sent me a voice message. She's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe Dorcas is this kind of person online. I never believed it because every time I've met her, she's just like,
I'm a different person. I'm bipolar. I'm not bipolar. I'm not bipolar. But yeah, the Dorcas CBT reality is different from this Dorcas online. Because I don't know, I like to put my best foot forward when I'm doing something. So that's how driven I am, you know? I'm driven.
That's just miss me. So today, I wanted us to talk about a couple of things.
Okay.
We're going to start from what you think about love languages. So for those who don't know and if you are listening, love languages, there are 5 love languages. This was brought forward by I think he's a psychologist, but his name is Dr. Gary Chapman. You can check him out. He has a book. I would recommend you read the whole book. It makes so much sense. So I read the book like a long time ago. Anyway, that's not the point. So he says that every human being, he boils it down to the 5 different love languages that are ways in which we give and receive love. So he said there is quality time, words of affirmation, gifts, acts of service,
Physical touch.
And touch.
I'll not forget that one. That's the important one.
I remember. So I'm just going to ask you what you think about his characterization of that. What you think your love languages are, what my love languages are, and vice versa.
Why am I gonna answer what your love?
No, I'm going
okay, do you know what? Let's play a game.
Okay.
You say what my love languages are, and I will say what your love languages are.
That's my point. That's my point.
So do you want me to say your own first?
Well, before that, I remember I was watching Judas Smith like some years ago, and he was talking about this in one of his sermons, and he said his love languages are touch, gifts, touch, words of affirmation, and touch me again.
That's my nigga. He's not a nigga. That's my guy. Definitely, that could be mine too. But the words of affirmation.
All right, so what do you think
Your love languages are?
Yeah.
Words of affirmation. Number one, because you like me to be saying, "Oh baby, you're the sugar in my tea, you're the cockroach in my cover." You like all these sweet words. Write me a letter. Tell me all the love, nice things in the world. You like that? Number one. And then that's where the problem starts, because it's a mixture of everything. What's of affirmation? I want to say quality time. But the reason why I don't want to say quality time also is because sometimes you like space, and like I could be downstairs, you'll be upstairs, or I'll be in the kitchen, you'll be in the office or something. You just sometimes you have that moment where you like your space. So quality time, not so much. So whatever words of affirmation. What else is there? Gifts, quality time, physical touch,
Acts of service.
acts of service. Okay, words of affirmation. Acts of service. Physical touch. The reason why I'm putting physical touch third is because you are a more end game kind of physical touch person. Like, you're not the physical touch where that I'll just be like, "Hi baby, hi," hug you, and not you're the physical touch of let's take it to the extreme.
What?
That's your physical touch. So it's like it's in the middle. It's in the middle. You like physical touch, but not all types of physical touch.
So basically,
it's in between.
So what Gary Chapman was saying is that every human has two major ones out of three. Out of the five. So
I should just list two. Because I cannot list your five. It's hard.
Yeah, it's two.
It's so hard. Words of affirmation and acts of service. Yeah.
Okay. I see how that can
Yeah.
be. Yeah. Okay. For you, I know that number one is acts of service.
Period.
You see. Yeah.
Serve me. I'm your master.
I can't believe you just So
No, I just feel like you show your love to somebody the most when you can get out of your way to please the person. So if something is uncomfortable to you, or you have to sacrifice your time or your effort to do that thing for me, I know that you absolutely love me.
So Gary, so the point is yours are acts of service, and then the second one is touch.
Touch me, baby. Touch me, baby. I thought you were missing it. Yes, that's the second one. Touch me. Touch me.
Your kids watching that.
Oh, sorry, mommy and daddy. Tell the kids to go back to the room. This is PG 18.
Wow. Please.
I'm joking. I'll stop it. I'll be serious.
So basically what he said is that when we have to learn to not just learn how to give love the way we do, but also learn for partners to be, why is my English failing me?
But I feel like we are still learning how to love each other in the way we want to be loved, though, because honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, listing acts of service as your second love language is not so true, because you're not really gonna go. If I say that, it seems like I'm shading you, but I'm not trying to shade you. You're a very independent person, so you believe that people should do their things for themselves. Like, you've always lived your life as like doing your things for yourself. So you think, if I want to get something, for example, I'm in the room and my feet hurt and I'm like, "Oh, babe, can you go downstairs and help me get a cup of water?" Get it yourself. That is you. It's like,
wow. So
why can't you be independent? You have legs. Use it. Go get me less. I'm gonna get me less. Use your own. So that's gonna mess you up.
all the time. I don't.
Not all the time. Oh God. That's why I told you I'm not trying to shade you.
But you are.
I struggled so much in the beginning of our relationship when we were dating. I struggled so much because coming from the relationship I was coming from, he's a huge acts of service person. I also say a huge acts. So we never clashed. So the meeting you, I expected that it just flow, Because I say, help me get water, help me get food, help me go and buy something. Like and you can ask me that also. You can tell me, "Oh babe, I don't know, when we're in Cyprus, I'm in Castle, and can you bring me something from Lema to Castle?" And I would do it because that's the kind of dynamics we had. But coming into our relationship, the slightest thing you're like, do it yourself. All the time. And we struggled. Oh my God, we struggled so much.
There are two factors that make me that person. One is the fact that I'm a last born. And growing up, my siblings used to send me.
So you hated it so much, even till now. One fish eating dinner. So we have a tradition where we eat dinner on the dining table, no phones and everything. So after dinner, one person packs the plate and takes it to the kitchen. If it's Ozzy's turn, like we don't take it at turns, we just do it. But the days that I'm feeling lazy, I just sit down and I finish it and I just start like doing something else, pressing my phone or whatever. Ozzy is always boiling. I just have to be the one to take the plate. Till today, till this day,
Do you know,
this
like,
man is still the last one.
I remember the time you were packing you were packing the plates and then you put them in front of me. Like,
because I did it on purpose, because I was always taking the plates to the kitchen, always, like weeks. It was just me, and I was like, "What's this? How I didn't serve my load? I carried it and put it in front of you. Oh yeah, you take it to the." I also wanted to die. Why do I have to be the one to take it? That was so funny.
angry.
That was so funny. But
Again, so I guess we changed because once
this cannot finish. Oh, I did it. I'm sorry for laughing. Oh, I did it. I'm literally crying. Because I'm huge on physical touch also. I was always trying to hug you. Oh my God. You used to literally push me away, and I struggled so. I'm literally crying.
I'm not going to lie,
I struggled so much.
Let me tell you the truth. I don't even know when I'm doing it.
Sometimes till now, I used to have to remind you that I'm your wife. Because before I used to be okay with just like, okay, cool. Maybe you're trying to avoid temptation, because as I said earlier, for you it's like you're going to take it to the ultimate. So I was giving the excuse of the benefits of the doubt of, oh, maybe he's trying to not take it to the ultimate. But now I'm your wife. So what is it? Take it to the ultimate, but you're still like, oh, if I like try to hug you and the hug is becoming too long, you're like, and you do it subtly, you're like, oh God, I laugh so hard.
Anyway,
but there's a thing that people say that people should marry. Oh God, I've laughed so hard. I'm weak.
Mm-hmm.
People should marry those that they are compatible with in the love language section. So basically, if your love language is acts of service, the other person too should be also, so you guys will not clash. And I used to think that too. I used to think that too until I met you. And our love languages are literally direct opposites. Like yours was of affirmation, and words of affirmation is literally the last on my list. Like, I don't care if you tell me you love me if you're not showing me that you love me. You have to show me, like, with your acts of service that you love me, then I'll believe you. If you tell me, I love you, I love you, I love you. Because the thing is, I think it's for most girls are like that. At least the girls that are my friends are like that, because we've gotten used to guys saying, I love you. Oh, yeah, did this, my this. Oh, yeah, and just like trying to hype you up with their words, but not doing anything about it. So you don't really hold guys' words to a high esteem as much as you hold your actions. If somebody shows you that they love you, then you believe that they love you. So for you wanted me to be telling you all the time. And I'm just like, why do I have to tell you when I can just show you? I would buy you gifts. I would like come over to your house and spend like all day because I wanted to spend like quality time with you. I would do things for you. Even if you don't ask me to, I was like, oh, I'll go out of my way to do things for you. But you were not really appreciating those things, because what you wanted from me is for me to write you letters. And I remember you were always writing me letters. And I just like, what is this? I used to have so many papers in my house. What's this? Write me long messages. What is this?
But I think it also has to do with the way guys are made up. Maybe I'm wrong on this, but you know, like you said, you are used to people saying all of that to you. But most guys, maybe you guys can confirm in the comment section if what I'm saying is true, but most guys sometimes, when they grow up without that, sometimes most guys don't grow up with that emotional words being put in them. And then in the book, what Gary Chapman does in the first chapters of the book is to describe something he called love tanks, where he says some people's love tank would be empty on some certain things and some will be full. So I guess with that, you can say that most guys, because we have just grown up not having those words spoken over us, our love tanks in that way would be somewhat empty. And so that's what we will crave the most. We will crave. I mean, just thinking about it. And for women,
that makes sense.
For women, it's very different because they've grown up with all the words.
I love you, baby, I love you. Since just one. Since primary school. It's a little boy in your class telling baby, I love you. You love me how? Please. You not give me your pencil. You tell me you love me. You hate me.
So I guess the whole point is learning, aside from learning what each other's love languages are, also learning how to speak the other
Yeah,
person's
how
love
to love the
language.
person the way they want to be loved.
You know,
Yeah.
one thing I also found out, which is a conversation that we can move into from the love languages, is about people and what it means for people to be compatible, and if people do change. I think it's something we can talk about. So what does it mean when people say you should find somebody who you're compatible with? In your own, to you, what would that mean?
Well, I mean, if we're going to talk about this love languages aspect, the way I understood compatibility was, number one, you guys have to speak the same love language. So if I want acts of service, the guy also has to want acts of service, so that when I do something for him, he appreciates it and reciprocates it that way. So we are compatible. Also, I think religion, like you guys have the same religion, spiritual beliefs. Also, I think culturally, like you guys maybe are from the same culture, or you guys, I don't know, just come from similar kind of backgrounds. I think that's what most people see as compatibility. I mean, to me, that's what I was looking for. Somebody that came from a similar background as me, somebody that had the same spiritual beliefs. I mean, for spiritual beliefs, that was the most important on my list anyway. And then, yeah, somebody that I just felt like we clicked, we understood the same jokes, we liked the similar things. So those kind of things what spoke compatibility to me. So, what about you?
Honestly, for me, I just have two things that come to my mind when I think about what it means to find a partner that is compatible. One, like you said, your shared belief. For me, because I think that is important. Many people may not have.
I'm still recovering from that laugh. I laughed so hard. I'm sorry.
You have to speak closer to the mic.
Sorry.
So some people may not have that as what is important for them, and I mean everybody to each other, to each their own. But for me, I would always want somebody that I had a shared faith with, because that was something that is still something that I hold very importantly. And then there are some other things that I would say maybe we have common interest, shared interest in certain things, but I wasn't holding too firmly to most of those things, because when I was growing up, I would want somebody who was quite similar to me. And then what I started realizing is that I was just trying to look for somebody exactly like me. And one, that was quite prideful, because in all honesty, we are not all that, we're not great like that. Let's be honest. And two, all humans are always going to be different. And you don't exist for me. God did not create you, I mean, I know that we have written it in songs and it sings cute and all, but you are an individual on yourself, by yourself, and you exist for yourself. So
Yeah.
because of that, just learning who you are, learning to be your partner is what I would believe.
Yeah.
So
Do you think we are compatible?
again, to my own standard, you love Jesus, and we have certain values aligned together. In like the kind of values I'm talking about is being kind, being generous. I mean, sometimes when we just talk about certain things, it's like a no-brainer. Those are the kind of things that I would say are important to me. How you treat people, how you love people, all those kind of things. Yeah, then yes, I think we are. Every other thing has just become secondary, because I used to want somebody who can sing, somebody who can dance, and then I realized.
Michael Jackson dancing.
Then I realized, as time progressed, that you used to sing before, but now
I just stopped singing
you
because I
stopped
just did
singing.
not like it anymore.
So the question I had to ask myself is, so if I list all these things that I want my partner to have, what if they don't have them anymore? Does that mean I will stop loving them? I had to sit with that for a long time and realize that none of those things should matter, at the end of the day, because those things are superficial. I even ask myself, okay, so with the way I love music and I want to sing and all those things, what if I stop doing that? So for you now, let's say you love me because I could dance. Now I've stopped dancing. What happens then? Does
I'm
that
in
mean
trouble. I've been rethinking this marriage all along. Let's be honest. For me, I think that we are very compatible. Like before, I didn't think that. I think we're not. Okay, I think the word is complementary. That's the word I'm looking for. We are not exactly. We're not exactly the same, but we complement each other in a good way. So when we say dating, I do not understand that aspect of being complementary to your partner, complimenting your partner, because we were different, especially the way we wanted to be loved. We were so different. I remember how much I struggled to write you letters and like always have to remind you, I love you, I love you, I love you, and like build your trust in that way. And it was funny because when we said this and I didn't even like love you, so I did not say the sentence I love you to you. You told me you love me and I was like, thank you. Like
Jesus.
eventually I told you I loved you, but
stick to your
because I'm not gonna lie to you. That's the thing. Some people they just lie. Anyway, so yeah, moving on, and like the more we spent time together while we were dating, I was just like, me and this person are not so compatible. Like, we're very different. I'm very shy. I like to keep to myself. You are very outgoing. You want to greet everybody. You want everybody to like. You want to talk to everybody. You want to be friendly with everybody. And I was really struggling with that, your personality. But then I came to realize that we don't have to be the same. Like I am quiet and you are very like play and you're very friendly. But then when we get outside and we have to communicate with people, I don't seem as snobbish anymore because you're doing all the talking and you're introducing me, and then I'm able to be part of the conversation, and that helps me and that compliments me. With the acts of service thing, you want your words of affirmation, I want my acts of service. If I do that, if I'm telling you every day that I love you, and you are showing me that you love me by doing this, I can see that you're putting in effort to love me. And so that complements each other, you understand? So yeah, I realized that you don't exactly, compatibility is different. It's not just one way. It's not the way that the world just sees it. Sometimes it's just we complement each other and that works. So getting a little bit outside of just compatibility as in spirituality and physical attributes and culture and whatever, a lot of times because of the new age that we are in now, people talk about sexual compatibility also. And I know that as Christians, we shy away. We do not deem sexual compatibility a thing because we are advised in the Bible not to have
commanded.
That's the word. But I was like, what is the word? There's a strong word.
It's a good.
We are commanded, not advised. We are commanded in the Bible not to have premarital sex. So how would you talk about sexual compatibility as a Christian and as a male Christian? Okay, because I know that number one, you're not going to talk about sexual compatibility as in you find out if you're compatible before marriage. Obviously, there's no such thing in the Christian sphere. So how do you deal with sexual compatibility as a male Christian now married? And did you ever struggle with the thought of what if I'm not sexually compatible with my partner?
I've always, I've always seen it as you growing and learning and changing. The biggest tenet of our faith is that we change, we grow, and usually for the better. So I feel like in this area, sexually too, people to change, people evolve, people learn. I mean, even not just even as a tenet of faith, but for humanity's sake, for life. The one constant thing is that we are changing.
Constantly evolving.
We are evolving and growing. So I feel like this is the same with that we would get better at certain things. The more you do something, the more you get better at it. So
I think it's a facade. What's the word? When something is fake, it's not real. It's not facade.
You can say facade.
I think it's not. It's not real. Like it's sexual compatibility and how much it is heralded in our like society these days. Or you have to find out if you're sexually compatible with somebody before you marry them. I think it's just a lie that the devil is using to deceive us, to have so many sexual partners and trying to find out which one you're compatible with. Because at the end of the day, I'm realizing that after you get married, no matter how sexually compatible you are, sex, don't quote me.
It's just a
anywhere.
fraction of your marriage.
Yes, don't cut me anywhere, but sex becomes mundane. Don't cut me. I'm not trying to say our sex is mundane. I'm just saying, like, it becomes, it's literally not, as we said, it's literally not.
Don't say sex becomes mundane.
I know, that's why I say
sex is just a fraction.
No, I'm not, again, I'm trying to explain myself. I don't mean mundane as it becomes boring. I'm trying to say that it's just a little bit of your life. And if all you are looking forward to after you marry is, I'm going to have amazing, eventually you're going to have amazing sex. You're going to have so much.
Then what next?
Okay, then we've done it. Then now what? Now what? Do you understand? So I think there are other things to think about aside sexual compatibility. Yes, it's good that you guys have good sex, but you can learn that in the marriage. Like,
you see a person and you see a certain thing that they are doing, and all of a sudden you come into their lives and imagine that those things are going to change in like 1 year or 2 years.
How much time is enough time? Because honestly, I can relate, and I'm not trying to play devil's advocate, but I can relate to how stressful it can get when you are waiting on somebody to change.
Even if we are from the same country, our cultures in our family would be different. So because of all these factors, we are always going to have things that will be different. Really.
Leave it. Move on. Leave it and move on. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.